Did you guys? This is kind of like an open panel. Do you guys have any like questions or anything you'd like to know about college?
Except you.
No.
Okay. So if you want to do like a cappella groups and stuff like that in college, what's like the audition process like? Like, is it hard to get into?
Yes.
I'll answer that. It really depends on your voice part and what the college has and their program. I know for our auditions this year, it was a lot lighter soprano and tenor, and we had a million baritone and altos audition. Survivor, yes. So it depends the demand of the group. I know this year we have like 3 of us graduating, and so there won't be that many.
We don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. But it's, as far as Otterbein, it's pretty relaxed. I don't know how other people do it. Sometimes it's more intense. But you come in, you sing 30 seconds of a song. You can do a range check, like a couple warm-ups and everything that you do every day. And just talk a little bit and kind of get to know the personality. And I know for at least this group, personality is a big part of that. And so just be yourself. And sing. Ready.
Do you guys know each other? No, but they're like linked arms during Jingle Bells or something. I have it on video. Instant connection.
Well, we could do like 5 years. Yeah.
Oh, I got it.
My girlfriend's best friends.
Oh, is it really?
Anything else? Now's the time to get
Questions
the.
about like anything?
Yeah.
Mr. Hutchison, I have a question for you.
Yes.
If a student comes into your audition and can sight read music on solfege and read, does that impress you?
That is incredible. That's like above and beyond what we.
Above and beyond, so you don't have to. So realistically, how much competition is there, like with that, like sight reading and stuff like that?
As far as sight reading goes, with us as a group, we're more on. At least as of right now, we don't actually use solfege when we learn our music. Now, I wish that was something that we could use. We only meet twice a week, so in terms of hopefully the future leaders would like to encourage this, but trying to build a solfege program while trying to get performance ready is a little difficult with only 2 rehearsals a week. But if you can come in, I know some of us who can do solfege in our group in Ottertuned. I know the other day we were just doing the Kodai hand signs with us as a warm-up, and everyone who was with it could instantly read from that. It'd be so convenient if the whole entire group could know solfege and they could just read from hands. And that means as an a cappella group, you can rely less on the piano and stay true to the art form. Be as purely a cappella as you can. So here's a cool thing that you guys should see. I don't think you caught on to this, but these guys can pull this note out of their butt. Can you guys sing an A on ooh? Sitting tall? Yeah. Sing an A on ooh, breathe in the vowel. Ready? So what that essentially means is that all these guys, we potentially could never have to use a piano for any of our rehearsals, and they can know solfege. So can you guys read from my hand? Sing an A on ooh. How that can change?
Change keys now.
Oh, change keys? Yeah. So sing an A on. So you see solfege can really be flexible, and that we can look at our music. If they can read what solfege syllable we're in based on what key, we can learn all of our music without having to ever use piano or learning by rote. So that's a really awesome skill. You guys are way more prepared for college. If you guys wanted to try to audition to be music majors, you guys are way well ahead of the game. I know.
Or even if you didn't want to be a music major, you just wanted to sing in a group like this.
Yeah.
Also, you get scholarships for choral participation. And if you can do that in your audition,
Because I know Lane and I, we can confidently say we didn't know what solfege.
I didn't know the word solfege before college.
Yeah.
My school sucked.
Did you call it soulfish? I have a girl that calls it soulfish.
That's what
So in essence, you guys have a really good teacher who's really preparing you for an authentic, for the real world.
Take that to the bank.
Never doubt the solfege.
All right, how many of you guys aren't music majors? Okay. Okay.
I wasn't when I auditioned.
Okay.
Hey, you're not technically changed yet, you're just accepted.
True, I haven't checked the registrar's office.
No, I think right now we have, what, 3?
4.
Oh, awesome, 4.
And
Now 5.
now 5.
Ian was first. Ian.
Sorry, so other than like pop music and kind of course, like Christmas music, do you guys do any formal or types?
Yeah, as a group. Well, like, you mean like as a group or like
Oh, yeah.
in our own personal ventures?
Both.
It's a group.
Personal ventures. I'm a mentor.
Personal ventures.
I used to.
Oh, how many of you guys are in chorus at Audubon? Yeah.
I have a very busy schedule.
Oh, okay, so.
Double major.
Yes, I am.
How often do you guys meet for that?
For choir, yeah. For women's institute. Yeah, we
No,
meet Monday and Wednesday, and then, yeah.
So the concert.
Concert choirs 4 times a week.
Concert choir is the highest level of honor, and it's an hour-long rehearsal process.
Yes.
How often do you as a group rehearse?
Twice a week.
Twice a week.
Yeah,
Must have this to talk.
I like that actually.
I don't know.
Except for we'd make too much noise with that.
Yeah, we do. We talk over it.
Yeah, I just forget what I was gonna ask.
It's fine.
Okay,
Think
yeah,
about
now I remember. How did you guys like sign up or like sign up?
How'd you find out about?
Choir and all that kind of stuff. Does it start like after freshman year started, like the sign-ups, or do you have to do it before?
We got a good answer over here.
Both.
Adam and Alex.
They're talking about choir, not art.
Yeah.
Just like everything
So,
else together.
when I was looking to go to Audubon, I knew I wanted to be a choir, and I was just randomly scrolling through the scholarships page on the website and saw participation scholarships for choir. It's like, oh wow, I can get $4,000 a year to be in choir. So, just go through his website, get on the music department's website, and they'll talk about scholarships very openly because they want to advertise. I will say, Otterbein is seeing this a lot. Like, choir is slowly fading out in colleges. So Otterbein has had to shrink their program recently, but they don't want to be doing that, and they have money to advertise it. It's just a keep on coming together. So definitely use websites to find specific choirs that they
So
offer.
then it was something like you auditioned for before?
Yeah. So then when I was a senior in high school, I went to Otterbein in February and did a couple songs for an audition.
You can also send in your auditions online, like I did that since I'm out of state.
Okay.
First
Well,
place.
it's the end. Since you're not going to be a music major, in the fall when you go, there's sign-up sheets and you sign up for audition at most schools.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to.
Music majors,
figure
you'll
out.
audition, you have to audition.
So where they're
Definitely take it.
Yeah, but girl, you can get a scholarship.
I'll give you a scholarship.
Give everyone's.
Me and Chip are kind of-
Make so proud.
Make it rain.
Do you guys do like gigs and stuff?
Yes.
How often is it? Like, is it really hard to like balance all your schoolwork and like, is this like a major commitment?
She's not here back there.
I know personally, like, for me, it's not that big of a, like, burden's a good word. The word I'm trying to look for is, like, a nuisance, I guess. It's not that big of a nuisance. Like, no, like doing, like, gigs and stuff. Like, having, like...
I'll help you with this. It's not time demanding.
Thank you!
I mean, it is time demanding, but you like it.
Yes!
There you go.
There we go.
As a double
Thank
major
you.
working 2 jobs, it's like,
Manageable.
well, it's manageable. Like,
It's, we also have fun at every rehearsal, so
And we cried.
like
we
we
cry a lot.
We cry.
and like we eat a lot.
We
Like,
do.
because everyone puts like their heart and soul into the music. Like when we do photograph, like sorry. But it's like, yeah, everyone's really dedicated. And it makes it like you want to go to gigs, you want to go to rehearsal, you know. It doesn't feel like it.
Logistics wise, we kind of have had gigs in like spurts this semester, but like on average it'll be like a gig a week or a gig every 2 weeks, and then like half of them are on campus anyway, so it's not that like hard to get to, and it's cool to do stuff like this.
I know Mr. Hutcherson told us something about how you guys made ICCAs.
Yeah.
So, what's that about? Like how? I mean, all I know about that is what I've seen from pitch perfect.
It's pretty much the same thing.
ICCAs is college after college competitions. So we got accepted into the quarterfinals. So we're competing with like 8 to 10 other groups. Right now we're set to compete in St. Louis, which is weird because we should be competing like in Ohio, but
It's fine.
it's fine.
Are we trying to change that?
We're working.
Let's save this conversation for later.
But so we compete, like what would happen, we send in a video with 3 of our songs. We send it to the ICCA's people, and then they get videos from all sorts of different colleges all over the place, and they narrow it down to a certain amount of people. And so we're accepted, so we go and like compete live. And out of the 8 to 10, the 2 top performing, they move on to the semifinals, and then that's for a region, and then the regions compete.
Have you seen the Netflix Sing It Out series yet?
I've seen a little bit of it. They're too catty. It's not enjoyable sometimes.
It's pretty intense.
So to elaborate a little bit more on that, you have 12 minutes to sing as many songs. You don't have to do 3, you can do a big medley of songs. But once you go on, once they hear a pitch blown or they hear you start singing, they start that timer and there'll be a judge and they'll give you like 2-minute warning.
Tell them what the criteria would they reach is.
A lot of it that we put on this the sheet that I passed out to you, this is just pretty much a condensed version.
Plus
of
choreography.
Plus choreography, which I didn't put on here because we don't really.
Did you notice how much they moved? Just natural movement? How much the sound was free from that? That's what we're trying to do.
You guys gotta get it.
Dude, I'm down, but I look awkward. Don't I look awkward?
No, like the other day, yesterday when you did this spinny thing. Our favorite thing in the whole
At the same time, though, it's kind of a balance, right? Because did you guys also hear how their focus was really present in their sound, their tone, and their blend, and their vowels?
Your guys' blend is on.
Your vowels.
Is there any other questions?
Yes.
So do you guys get paid personally for your gigs?
That's what I was gonna ask, dang it! I wanted to ask it.
To be a best friend.
Food?
Say that again. What do you mean by personal?
It doesn't go to
Yeah,
like us
so
personally.
do you mean like I get money to go to get money?
No, this isn't like a job. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound like that. It depends on the gig. Some of our gigs are on campus. We usually don't get paid for those. If we're doing something like
the wedding.
wedding, we've done weddings. We sang at like a Christmas tree place for a while.
Holiday tree.
Holiday tree.
The retirement party.
It's a
Retirement party. It depends on the gigs. We don't get paid personally to do it, but it goes into our like honor team funding.
For like ICC, like a road trip,
And these lovely shirts.
And pizza. And we are friends who eat. And sing.
My biggest question is something that I struggle a lot with is how do you relax while you're trying this?
I move.
Yeah, you
That's
gotta.
straight up. That's what I do. I'm a really awkward person when I'm moving. I look like a gorilla hunched over. But it's true. But I mean, like that's how I feel like because I get like really anxious and jittery before performances. So that's how I push past it. Is like I'm just going to move around and make it look like I'm not nervous when I'm really terrified. Like fun fact, that was my first time singing That Soul Will Hold My Hand in front of an audience, and I was terrified. So that's why I'm just kind of like I'm gonna move around and make it look like I know what I'm doing. Bless your heart,
You
Victoria.
did love it.
Yeah, you did.
Bless.
Alex,
Alex, what up?
What I do to relax while singing, I'm not good with groups. I actually have like an anxiety disorder, which is why I'm sitting all the way back here. Just enjoy the music that's happening like around you, and just sing with it like you have headphones on.
Alex, you said enjoy the music. How can you enjoy it?
So personally, like what I like the most about songs is like hearing like the beat in it. Obviously, I'm a beatboxer, and so I'll just listen to that and I'll sing to that beat, and then also like try to keep in mind like the tone and stuff. But I'll just enjoy that beat, the sway. So find the part of the song you like the most and enjoy that part, and then sing your part that you're supposed to sing.
It's simple, so we're both working on it, both groups, listening more than we're singing, listening to each other.
And remember why you did it in the first place. True. It makes it a lot more.
Mr. Hutchinson, you mentioned everybody has like different roles, or you have different roles. Will you explain what each role does, so you guys can see like that they're self-sufficient? They have an advisor. You've met her, but she doesn't really have much. You guys are self-contained. So will you explain what those roles are?
Yeah, we're a student-run ensemble, so we have a couple of different officer positions. There are co-music directors, which are Lane and myself. So we'll be primarily we kind of pick out repertoire for the group. We plan rehearsals every day, and then just when it comes to deciding any musical factors, whether it's for gigs or during rehearsals, we'll mostly lead that.
I'm glad that didn't happen during the performance. I don't know how that
And then, Lane, is there anything else you want to add to that?
It's just being a leader and trying to make other people leaders as well.
Yeah.
What percentage of your arrangements are done by either you or someone else in the group?
So
95% right now.
all of our arrangements, except for our holiday stuff, I believe, was arranged by Lane and
Go rap.
And
what? Oh, Bohemian Rhapsody. We're working on the Philip Jackson.
And then who does your choreography?
We don't.
You just kind of move naturally?
Well, we've done it once before, so it's not really a mission.
And then there's other parts to our leadership positions. We have our president, Adam. You want to talk about kind of your role as president?
Yeah. So as president, Lane, Ryan, and myself definitely stayed in touch over the summer to get things prepped for advertising for the group, recruiting incoming freshmen at their orientations, and then the three of us were in charge of holding auditions. And then myself, I spend a lot of time sending emails to people. It's but I mostly set up gigs. Ryan and Lane also find things, especially through the schools. I'll get contacted a lot asking us to do different sorts of things. And then I also do a lot with making sure our funds are up to date and taking in and also paying for things as that happens. But it's really just a lot of the logistics that you can think of.
Then we also have two other positions. I know Austin's not here, but Victoria, keep up to
I'm the PR person, so basically what that looks like for this group, I made the shirts, but that's kind of my group as well. We have a Facebook and a Twitter. I manage those. We also have a website. Make sure that all looks pretty and like is updated with like information that's happening. And then like it's basically like making sure people know like, hey, we're having like a gig coming up on campus, and like setting up Facebook invites for that. What?
And you have to be
I have to be.
And then Austin Miller, he is our treasurer, so he works very closely with, especially the president, and just keeps us up to date with money.
And secretary.
Oh yeah.
It takes attendance, so if we don't show up, we get kicked out.
And
What's
so-
your policy?
Our policy is one unexcused absence, right? Or two.
Our policy is 2 unexcused absences. Means that officers are going to meet together with you,
Judge you.
talk to you about, figure out why you've been missing things. Now, those are unexcused. We try to be pretty lenient with when it's excused. Anything with school is immediately excused. Anything like that, that's not a problem.
Exactly the same as us.
Yeah.
So you guys are prepared.
You guys can just be on
And attendance really help recruit a group. So tonight we have five
missing.
5 of our members missing, which drastically affects our sound. To be honest, we have 2 of our music missing. We
have 110 or 10.
We have, and
Makes so much sense, because I'm working out.
So that not only affects balance, that affects our solos. We had to come up with some soloists on the spot tonight.
I
But
don't
we always,
beatbox.
yeah. We try to have alternates prepared. So we have, when we decide soloists for a song, we decide a main soloist, and then in case that person's sick or can't make it to a gig, we have an alternate who's ready to go for that.
To go back to attendance, one of the biggest things that we try to keep track of are tardies. If you are tardy to rehearsal, unexcused tardies, 2 tardies counts as 1 unexcused absence. So you need to be careful with how fast those can rack up on people.
They're singing
We do that.
Look at it, 2 people have already been there.
And we are very strict on what we call a tardy.
Yeah.
Because if we start at 4 and you're walking in the door at 4, that is tardy. If you are not ready to go at 4.
I was on time though.
I repeat for your sake, if you're not ready to go at that time, you are late.
Really quick,
So one more thing, especially for seniors, is the future in music is completely dependent on yourself once you get out of high school. It's a lot easier to be a part of music when you're in high school.